What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel this morning. And your eyes do not deceive you, man. Well, let me do that over again. Let me do that over. What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. And your eyes don't deceive you, man. Your eyes don't deceive you, man. I'm the new face of fear, man, here on Tuesday, November 21st, 2017, man. This is off the script, man. This is part number 3, man. This is part number 3, man. JoJo's fat ass is going to be part number 3. She's going to be part number 3 of my new and upcoming revised version of the Wyatt family, man. Follow the buzzards, man. I ain't following no buzzards, man. I'm following JoJo's jiggly fat ass, man. This is part number 3 of Off the Script, man. This is Off the Script, the number 1 fucking podcast right here on YouTube.com for everything WWE. This is Off the Script, man.
The make-believe Maharaja. The make-believe Maharaja.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. We're going to have fun on today's episode, man. Out of nowhere, literally, Off the Script, part number 3 for this past weekend show because, A, life happens, B, there was just so much shit going on this weekend that it got pushed back. So here we are, man. We're starting this show off firing on all cylinders. I'm going to give you the rest of the news from this past weekend, as only I can do right here on Off the Script. If you guys are wondering what you've seen, these were debuted last night during Monday Night Raw. Get off my TV.
The make-believe Maharaja.
He's got his own Get Off My TV shirt, man. If you guys like Ghostbusters like I do, you're gonna fucking love that shirt. I got news on Barbershop Window. I thought it was 20% off, bro. I thought it was 20% off. You guys are gonna get 30 fucking percent off these new shirts, man. Come the 23rd. This week, start of the Black Friday sale on barbershopwindow.com and Pro Wrestling Tees. So make sure you guys go out. I swear to God, man, I better see every motherfucker wearing this benched shirt and this Get Off My TV design for Jinder Mahal, the modern day Failure Raha, who unfortunately is going to give us all a heart attack tonight if he wins the WWE Championship again because, you know, WWE had to book his rematch. I figured they would have saved it for Clash of the Champions. We're getting AJ versus Jinder Mahal tonight. I hope they don't use AJ taking a beating from Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series as a excuse to give this guy back the championship. I hope not. Can you imagine if WWE gave AJ Styles back the can you imagine if WWE gave AJ Styles the WWE Championship just to get that match out of Brock Lesnar and then give it right back to Jinder Mahal? My God. My God, man. If that's the case, I better see a bunch of you fucking people wearing this t-shirt, man, because he needs, at that point, to get off my fucking TV, man. Those were unveiled during Monday Night Raw. Barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. Make sure you guys are following me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Make sure you guys are also subscribed down below. Hit that bell for all notifications. Big weekend this weekend was, man. NXT TakeOver War Games. We did the preview and predictions Saturday and Friday, respectively, for both shows. Then we had NXT TakeOver War Games review on Saturday. Survivor Series review on Monday morning. I did it. I didn't even do it Sunday night. Monday morning. So you guys have a full calendar of content for the week right there on the channel. So make sure you guys all go check that out. Also, if you guys want to listen to these reviews on the go, they are all available via iTunes or Google Play Music. So make sure you guys go and do that as well. Subscribe to the Off the Script podcast on iTunes, or if you have Android, Google Play Music. quick shout out to my fellow patrons, man. We didn't have any Patreon pledges this week. I'm assuming everybody's saving their money for the Black Friday sale coming up on Friday after Thanksgiving. It's the biggest shopping day of the year, so if you guys want to save your pennies, I don't blame you. But I want to shout out here, man, before we get into anything. I want to shout out Walter, Mr. Etern Ill, Desmond Dukes. I want to shout out Brad, Johnny, Brian Argo, Brett Rutland, Curtis, Fanai Armstrong, Jonathan Robert Spalding, Hale Mendoza, Brett L. and Sam. You guys are absolutely fucking beast. These guys are all $100 all the way down to Sam being $20 patrons, man. You guys are fucking great, and I honestly think you all deserve more than just a shout out. You guys actually have been a saving grace for this channel in the light of all this YouTube bullshit still going on with demonetization and all that, man. People having a tough time out here making a living, but thanks to you guys are keeping everything nice and steady, and I want to thank you guys for being a part of the Patreon family. Patreon.com/JD-FROM-NY206 if you guys want to, just out of the goodness of your heart, man, if you guys feel like I deserve to be supported on Patreon, it's there for you. If not, then don't sweat it. You guys get all the content I can possibly push out to you on the YouTube channel. But if you guys feel like you want to pledge, it is there for you guys to take advantage. That's patreon.com/JD-FROM-NY206. I do have news, man. We're going to get into a little bit of news we have to round out this past weekend. And I want to start off with Neville, because Neville is the top story. People were talking about Neville as of this weekend. Could he be returning to the WWE? Usually when someone walked out of WWE, it meant that they were off to seek their ventures and fortunes elsewhere. While it is still often the case, it looks like one recently departed WWE superstar might not be coming back sooner. Or actually might be coming back sooner than expected. A lot of people didn't expect him to come back at all. But according to sources, Neville might be returning sooner rather than later. Neville walked out before Raw on October 9th, as many people thought that was it for Neville and the WWE. After all, he seemed to take his crown off, and the King of the Cruiserweights went home. PW Insider is now reporting that their sources have told them, keep in mind that their sources also told them that Paige was going to debut, return, whatever you want to call it, on Monday Night Raw and be a part of the Survivor Series team for Survivor Series this past Sunday. That obviously was not true. So please take this with a grain of salt. PW Insider is reporting that their sources have told them that Neville and WWE are once again on speaking terms, and some expect to see him back in the company by the end of this calendar month. The two sides are talking, and apparently the discussions are going very well. One source noted, although it wasn't confirmed, said that they wouldn't be surprised to see Neville back by the end of this week. When Neville took off from WWE, it seemed as though he was going to set out and make a bigger name for himself like Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre, unfortunately, was injured at NXT TakeOver War Games. Apparently, the plan was for Drew McIntyre to always lose the NXT Championship, which I don't see what sense that would have made. People were telling me that Almas was being pushed anyway, so it wouldn't have made sense for him to, lose the match because he had nowhere to go. I was under the impression that Almas was being moved up to the main roster. So he would have lost to Drew McIntyre, and he would have been moved up to the main roster. So Almas is the champion. Drew McIntyre is hurt, torn bicep. Probably going to be out 6 to 8 months. Shitty situation there. I got news on that this weekend. But WWE still hasn't released him from his contract. Therefore, the lines of communication have not been severed at all. So the thinking is he might be coming back very, very soon. Listen, if Neville is coming back, you are not going to put him on 205 Live. So if Neville comes back, he's going to be on either Raw or SmackDown. Simple as that. You're going to bring Neville back and you're going to do the same thing you did to him to cause this guy to walk out? You got to be fucking brain dead if that's the reason. Or if that's the case. Neville is not coming back to 205 Live. He's had enough of the Cruiserweight division. He's had enough of that stupid show. He doesn't want to be buried on that show. He doesn't want to be handcuffed to be on that show completely. Neville is a top-tier talent that should be competing with top-tier talent. Simple. He should be with the Rollins and the Ambrose and the Joes and the Styles and the Ballers and the Nakamura's. He should be with guys like that. He should not be confined in a bubble on 205 Live to fight Jack Gallagher every week and to fight fucking Enzo Amore, who they're spawning off as some fucking capable WWE superstar in the ring. No, he doesn't want that. So if the lines of communication are open and you want this guy back, if you are seeking this guy's attention to bring him back, obviously that means you want him back. So if you want him back, do right. Because you know the reason why this guy walked out was because you were doing wrong. You're not going to put him on 205 Live. You come up with a fucking plan to make this guy a credible heel in the mid-card, whether that be for the US title or the IC title. Because I can certainly see Neville as Intercontinental Champion. I could see Neville as United States Champion. I could see Neville challenging Jeff Hardy for the Intercontinental Championship. I could see Neville and Finn Balor fighting over the Intercontinental Championship. You know? I could even see Neville and AJ Styles fighting for the WWE title. Come on, man. If Neville's coming back to the WWE, if he's returning to the WWE, there is no way, unless WWE is completely fucking brain dead, that this guy's going back to 205 Live. Do not expect him to go to 205 Live. I expect him to go either to Raw or SmackDown, and the building of this relationship will commence. Because if you put him on 205 Live, he ain't going to last. He'll be gone just as quick as he was the first time. Backstage news on Ric Flair's return to WWE. Ric Flair will actually be at the House of Glory show on December 16th. If you guys want to come on out, I'll be commentating as always with Mr. Matthew Ryan Shapiro. Ric Flair will be there from 4 to 6, signing autographs. Tickets are still available. She plugged. HOGWrestling.net. 7-year anniversary show. It's going to be big. Last year they had the Hardys and the Dudleys. You can imagine who they're going to have this year for their 7th year anniversary. So make sure you guys go and get your tickets. Last year we filled the NYC Arena with almost 2,000 fucking people. There's more people at that show than a fucking random SmackDown taping on Tuesday. So make sure you guys show up to House of Glory. Ric Flair's going to be there. It's going to be a good time. And I always accept Guinness as a form of, hey, what's going on? Just letting you guys know. Ric Flair's big return was one of the big highlights of this past week's WWE program. After all, Flair was very close to death back in August, and the news on his health seemed dire. The fact that Flair is alive and walking is considered a miracle, and nobody thinks or nobody thought we'd see him back on WWE TV again. Well, the Nature Boy proved the doubters wrong as he made his return to celebrate with Charlotte Flair, who just defeated Natalya just a week ago to capture SmackDown Women's Championship. It was an emotional moment for her and the fans watching around the world. Some fans wondered if Charlotte knew that her dad was backstage. Apparently, she's a very good actress because, as reported in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, she knew that her father was there, and she did a good job at acting surprised. Rick was backstage all day after being driven up from Atlanta. In fact, Enzo Amore posted a photo taken with Ric Flair from backstage shortly before SmackDown went live on the air, so some fans already knew that he was there anyway. Regardless, it was a very cool moment. On a related note, Rick is still rehabbing, and his appearance on SmackDown Live was only the 3rd time that he's been out of the house since being hospitalized. Dave Meltzer noted that Rick has been going crazy since he is still not cleared to get back into the gym and lift weights. Ric Flair will also be seen at the Starrcade show on the 25th of November this week, along with Dustin Rhodes, the Rock and Roll Express. They're all scheduled to appear at the Starrcade show at Greensboro, the Greensboro Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina. Obviously, the card has changed now with Jinder Mahal being the challenger and AJ Styles the champion. It was originally scheduled to be Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Now it's going to be Jinder Mahal challenging AJ Styles the champion for the WWE Championship. Also, Charlotte versus Natalya inside a steel cage will be the main event of that show. I do believe the WWE Championship match is being scheduled as a steel cage match as well. Flair is also going to be scheduled to appear at the 25th Raw Anniversary show with other legends like Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Mick Foley, Kevin Nash, and The Undertaker. So expect him there. And like I said, he will be at the House of Glory show just a couple of weeks after the Starrcade show on December 16th in Queens, New York at the NYC Arena. So, you know, Charlotte did a good job at acting surprised, man. I didn't know. I wasn't on Instagram. I don't follow Enzo Amore, nor do I care to. I wasn't on social media a few hours before SmackDown. I really don't give a shit if he was there or not. Charlotte did a good job. The right woman won because I'd much rather have seen Charlotte versus Alexa, even though it was a boring match at Survivor Series. I didn't do anything for this guy here, but I'd much rather have seen that than Nattie versus Alexa Bliss, champion versus champion. She acted surprised. It was a good moment. I'd be lying to you if I did not shed a tear because, A, You know, after everything Charlotte went through with Ric Flair and seeing her father in the hospital almost near death, and then Ric Flair coming out, obviously Charlotte winning the SmackDown Women's Championship for the first time. Everything making Ric Flair cry is going to make you fucking shed a few tears, man. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Ric Flair is a legend, and he is still in everyone's hearts and minds, even after recuperation. So Ric Flair is going to be fine. He's going to get back to doing his regular things. He's going to be making appearances here and there, and he's going to be at House of Glory on December 16th at the NYC Arena, HOGWrestling.net. Very nice emotional moment for Charlotte and Ric Flair on SmackDown Live. Jack Swagger. That's a name we haven't talked about on this show in a little bit. Apparently Jack Swagger has signed with Bellator MMA. Jack Swagger is getting into the octagon. Jake Hager, a.k.a. Jack Swagger, Jake Hager, signed with Bellator MMA. Bellator issued the following press release, and I quote, Jake Hager, formerly known as WWE's Jack Swagger, signs exclusive multi-year deal with Bellator MMA. Bellator is pleased to announce that it has reached a multi-year, multi-fight contract with Jake Hager, who was formerly known as Jack Swagger during his nearly 9-year run in WWE. The deal will see Hager make his MMA debut inside a Bellator cage. Hager will compete at heavyweight and is expected to debut in 2018. A native of Perry, Oklahoma, Hager would go on to be a collegiate wrestler at the University of Oklahoma, where he was an All-American and set school records for most pins at 285 pound weight class, got my words mixed up there, in a single season with 30. Following graduation, a conversation with legendary pro wrestling announcer and fellow Oklahoma Sooner Jim Ross, Hager made the transition to professional wrestling and signed a deal with the WWE. While in WWE, Hager would go on to claim multiple coveted professional titles during his time with the organization, including the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, the ECW Championship, as if that's a crowning moment in his career. He did it when ECW was fucking dead. And then the United States Championship. I quote from Jack Swagger, "This is something I've wanted to do for a long time. It's something that's a part of me, so it makes sense. I'm very happy with the deal. I've felt a lot of love from Bellator," says Hager. "I think there are certain types of guys who need to be punched in the face and taste blood. I've always been a fan of MMA. I've been wrestling since I was 5 years old. It's awesome to be with Bellator. They're really going to put 100% towards it. I'm excited to see Jake Hager debut for Bellator in 2018, says Bellator president Scott Coker. When I heard he was seriously interested in competing in MMA, and when you look at what he did at the collegiate level, I'm very interested in having him on our roster. I think Jake will expose new fans to Bellator from his previous run with WWE, and he will be given every opportunity to prove that he's the real deal inside the cage." End quote. Hager is the latest in the long line of high-profile signings Bellator has made recently and joins a heavyweight division that will crown a new champion in 2018 through the recently announced 8-man Bellator Heavyweight Grand Prix. Bellator is a leading mixed martial arts and kickboxing organization featuring many of the best fighters in the world under the direction of veteran fight promoter Scott Coker. Bellator is available to nearly 1 billion people worldwide in over 160 countries. In the United States, Bellator can be seen on Spike TV, the combat sports television leader. Bellator is comprised of an executive team that includes top industry professionals in television production, live event orchestration, fighter development and relations, venue, procurement, sponsorship, creation, development, internal licensing, marketing, advertising, publicity, and commission relations. Bellator is based in Hollywood, California, and owned by entertainment giant Viacom, home to the world's premier entertainment brands that connects with audiences through compelling content across television, motion picture, online, and mobile platforms. Blah, 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 blah. Jack Swagger in MMA, man. I'm treating this like a Brock Lesnar going to UFC. I'm treating this as when CM Punk made his UFC debut. I am genuinely happy for guys like Jack Swagger, who, felt he was being wasted. They weren't using him. Then all of a sudden, these people leave WWE and their real person comes out. This is something he wanted to do his entire life. But he was held down. He was constricted with WWE bullshit. He couldn't do MMA while on the WWE contract. And then when he realized they had no plans, he waited and waited and waited. He was probably told that they were going to do something with him. He waited, and he knew that his career was pretty much dead and over with in WWE. that he needed to reinvent himself. And I'm genuinely happy when guys get their release from WWE, when they know they're not being used. And I'm genuinely happy for guys who find their swan song or their calling and do what they genuinely love to do and do what they genuinely wanted to do since getting into this business. And Jack Swagger is finding his passion in MMA, and he's going to be successful at it. He's got the height, he's got the weight, he's obviously got the background for it. So I honestly think Jack Swagger, with enough training, is going to be a deadly asset to Bellator MMA. Jack Swagger and his journey, being that I'm a WWE guy, when Jack Swagger's fighting his first Bellator fight, I'm going to be there supporting him. I did it with Lesnar. I did it with Punk. I did it with Batista. I didn't do it with Lashley because I don't like Lashley. I don't give a shit about Bobby Lashley. But I did it with those three other guys. Batista, Lesnar, and Punk. I'm going to do the same thing for Jack Swagger. I think Jack Swagger is going to have a very, very good MMA career. You know, like I said, he's got the background for it. And I wish him all the best. I wish him all the luck in the world, man. And you know what? If he has any desire, he's still young. If he has any desire to get back into wrestling, he's building his resume now. Don't you think Jack Swagger would look more appealing to people? A different looking Jack Swagger? A more experienced, a more refined, a more dangerous Jack Swagger coming back to WWE, being a multi-time Bellator heavyweight champion? That ain't no joke, bro. That ain't no joke. Jack Swagger could really, polish his resume nicely if he ever wants to get back into WWE. That's not something that WWE should, or I don't think they will. I don't see how they could. Why would you overlook that asterisk on his resume? Bellator MMA champion. Obviously he doesn't have the name value of a Brock Lesnar, but the fact that this guy went somewhere else, succeeded at the highest fucking level, and he wants to come back and give you his services, that's something that I would look at and I would commend him for. I'd be all over that. And I'm hoping that it works out that way. If Jack Swagger ever wants to come back to the WWE, obviously the door's open. I don't see that Jack Swagger had any ill will towards WWE. I don't recall Jack Swagger burning any bridges in WWE. Guy was just frustrated just like everybody else that he was a wrestler and he couldn't wrestle. They didn't have anything for him. They didn't find him important enough to be put on television. So now he's doing what he's doing. He's going to be in a Bellator MMA octagon. He's going to do well. And I wish him all the success in the world. I'll let you guys know when Jack Swagger's first fight's going to be. It's going to be in 2018, and I will be there cheering him on. And he's got my full support in this, man. Good luck to him, and I can't wait to see what he does in the octagon. Daniel Bryan possibly getting cleared to wrestle for WWE. Now, I don't want you guys to take this and misconstrue that. I don't want you to take that and be like, oh, JD's reporting that Daniel Bryan's getting back in the ring. No, Daniel Bryan made the media rounds this week. He was at a New Jersey Devils game this past week. And Daniel Bryan sat down with Bustin' Open Radio. And I believe he sat down with that Jew, Sam Roberts. That silly little Jew, Sam Roberts. Who actually I enjoy listening to. I don't mind Sam Roberts at all. I think he's got a good mind for the business. Just think his voice is a little nasally sometimes, He's got that whiny voice of his. But he's the guy that's on the fucking WWE panels too. He's a WWE shill. He'll do and say anything about WWE, and he won't really highlight the negatives. But I like the way his mind works. But he never says anything bad about the product. That's a problem. But I don't mind listening to him. Now, Bryan sat down with Busted Open Radio at WWE Night at the New Jersey Devils game this past Thursday, last week. Now, these are tweets that Bryan, I don't have them here, but I'm looking at them here. I didn't put them in my stream deck here. These are tweets that were transcribed that Daniel Bryan mentioned his health and concussions as well as his future and what he wants to do. Daniel Bryan says that if he were to get any test back, he would say that he couldn't wrestle, and he wouldn't because of his family. His family right now is top priority. Bree is his top priority. Birdie, his daughter, is his top priority. But right now, all the tests that he is getting back says that not only is he good, but he's better than your average person who's never had a concussion. Meanwhile, WWE has let Kurt Angle back in the ring now twice on back-to-back pay-per-views. And people are still wondering if or when they will clear Daniel Bryan. They're not going to clear Daniel Bryan right now. Not unless that concussion lawsuit with WWE being at the helm is over with. You don't need that happening. You don't need any incidents happening while you have a fucking lawsuit going on. Daniel Bryan also, when asked about the possibility of returning to the ring for WWE or going to a company like Ring of Honor or New Japan when his contract with WWE is up, he says that he wants to stay with WWE. If he had a choice, he would want to wrestle for WWE and nowhere else. I think there's an 85% chance that I will wrestle again and a 20% chance that I will wrestle with the WWE. He also says that in 2013 he wrestled 227 matches that year for the WWE and he would never want to wrestle that type of schedule again. He believes if WWE were to clear him, he would wrestle a much lighter schedule than previously. I know Daniel Bryan was interviewed by Sam Roberts and he said that he would wrestle anywhere between 50 to 100 matches. He doesn't want to do 227 because he doesn't think his body can handle that. He doesn't want to be a Brock Lesnar and wrestle 4 to 5 times a year because he feels artistically as a wrestler, he will not be satisfied with 4 to 5 matches a year because he always wants to judge and critique his own work and he always wants to get better and he feels like he can't really base his performance overall on 4 or 5 matches a year. So anywhere between 50 and 100 matches a year. He also stated that, people in WWE, from higher ups all the way to the top at Vince McMahon, they want him to wrestle. It's not like they are holding him back, he says, which I don't give a shit what Bryan says. I am always going to be under the impression that Bryan was forced to retire by WWE. That Bryan was really okay because Bryan was only going to get in the way of what they really wanted to do with Roman Reigns. Right? Bryan was on his way to being the John Cena of this company. Whether you want to admit it or not, Daniel Bryan was on his way to taking John Cena's spot as the number one man in this company. He was going to be the number one babyface. The guy that you look at WWE, Bryan was going to be that guy you look at and you associate with the WWE. They want that for Roman Reigns. Daniel Bryan was forced to retire from professional wrestling. And I honestly believe, a small part of my soul thinks that WWE forced him out because of some weird conspiracy theory. That's what I'm going on. He ain't going to convince me otherwise. And I know a lot of you guys feel the same way. There's something fishy about that. Because he had medical tests done all over the fucking country. People are clearing him left and right. WWE will not clear him. It's not even the fact that WWE won't clear him. WWE has the right to say you can wrestle or you can't wrestle. But their doctor will not say he's good to go. Meanwhile, every other fucking concussion specialist, people who specialize in concussions only. He went to football concussion doctors. All around the NFL. Highest paid fucking physicians and fucking doctors in this country. He went to go get a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth opinion on. Every fucking one of them said he's good to go. But WWE doctor Chris Amon will not clear Daniel Bryan to wrestle. That's why I've always stated that there's some type of fucking conspiracy theory going on. Will Daniel Bryan wrestle again? Yes. Will it be for the WWE? No. And I made a bold prediction. When Daniel Bryan is cleared to wrestle, it will be for Ring of Honor or New Japan. When his contract is up, Daniel Bryan will wrestle for one of those two promotions. And when I think Daniel Bryan comes back to the WWE, that's when we will start to hear the CM Punk whispers start picking up steam. I think either in 2018 late or 2019, we will see Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk in a ring, and it will be one of the biggest matches that this decade has ever seen. Why? Because we didn't get it at WrestleMania 30 like we should have. That should have been the main event. That should have been your main event without all the extra bullshit for WrestleMania 30. Bryan should have never had to gone through Triple H. Bryan should have never had to gone through Batista and Randy Orton. It should have always been Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk for the WWE Championship. That's the way it should have been. Seriously. That's the way it should have been. Anyway, that's what I believe with Daniel Bryan. He won't be wrestling for the WWE. I would be shocked if he wrestles for the WWE. It's not like I don't want him to wrestle for the WWE. If there's anybody that wants Bryan to wrestle in the WWE, it's me. I loved, and I still love Daniel Bryan. I think when he went down WWE lost its spark. Daniel Bryan was that spark. He was just a real fucking athlete that people could get behind. And he was genuinely adored by everybody. You don't find that. And the reactions this guy was getting all across the country, you don't find that. Even now, nobody's getting that type of reaction. Bryan gets a bigger reaction than the active fucking guys on the roster. And he's a commissioner. Or general manager, whatever the fuck they're going by. Speaking of New Japan, future plans for Kenny Omega after Wrestle Kingdom 12. Kenny Omega is one of the best professional wrestlers, if not the best professional wrestler in the world today, not signed to a contract with WWE. Omega has been playing his trade in New Japan since 2010, and he is the current IWGP United States champion. However, the cleaner only has a contract with New Japan until the end of January 2018. According to Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Omega has a contract with New Japan Pro Wrestling until January 31st, my mom's birthday, 2018. There's little talk of him leaving Japan. His contract was big news last year because there were talks about him signing with WWE, and he's one of the surprise entrants, or he was supposed to be, or rumored to be, one of the surprise entrants in the Royal Rumble. However, Omega decided to sign a one-year deal and stay with New Japan, and it seems like it will happen again this year, or this coming year, because he's already booked for Supercard of Honor, WrestleMania weekend for Ring of Honor. He's already taking independent dates past January, so people are under the assumption that, yeah, he's not going anywhere right now. He's got at least one more year. We'll talk about this in 2019 with Kenny Omega. Meltzer also noted that Omega is set to get an increase in salary as well as more creative freedom for his character, something that he will not get in WWE. I'm sure Kenny Omega can get a nice little salary with WWE, but as far as for creative freedom, that ain't happening, bro. Should also be noted that Omega has already been announced to appear on the Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor 12 show on April 7th, 2018. New Japan Pro Wrestling and Ring of Honor have a partnership agreement. Plus, the fact that officials are comfortable enough to announce Omega for future shows means that he is expected to stay in New Japan. Omega is currently the reigning IWGP United States Champion, and he is set to defend the title against Chris Jericho at Wrestle Kingdom 12 on January 4th at the Tokyo Dome in 2018. The match's announcement this past couple of weeks have been the talk of the town. Everybody was shocked. Everybody's still talking about it. Can't wait for it. Jericho had permission from WWE, and the company could not stop him from wrestling in New Japan because he's not under contract. Some say he is. Some say he is not. Who the fuck knows, man? Who really knows? Should be noted that until Kenny Omega signs a new deal with New Japan early next year, there are all speculations at the moment. The WWE is still the biggest wrestling promotion in the world, and it's only a matter of time before Omega joins former New Japan stars in the company such as Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and Shinsuke Nakamura. Omega will be in the WWE. I am fine with waiting until he comes in. Let him do what he's got to do. Seriously, if he wants to be the greatest reigning IWGP United States Champion of all time, so be it. If he wants to win the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, so be it. Maybe he takes it from Naito. Because I'm going with Naito over Okada. I can't see Okada holding it past Wrestle Kingdom again. I can't. I don't know what the storylines are, but I know Okada's been the John Cena of that promotion if you want to fucking compare. I can't see Okada leaving Wrestle Kingdom 12 with the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Maybe Omega takes it from Naito in the summer. I don't know. Maybe he finally gets his reign. Maybe they just didn't want to beat Okada at all. And Omega's going to have to wait. I don't know what it is. So we'll see what happens. But Omega will be in the WWE. He will be in the WWE eventually. And this is fine. This is good for Omega. The longer he waits, the more money he's going to get from WWE in the end. Why? Because the longer he waits, the more, shit he can put on his resume. The more 5-star matches he can add to his collection. The bigger the name Kenny Omega is going to be. More merchandise sales accumulated. Who the fuck knows, man? Anything can happen between now and then. So Kenny Omega is doing the right thing. He doesn't need WWE. He's doing fine for himself. WWE needs Kenny Omega. Or would like Kenny Omega. I won't say that they necessarily need Kenny Omega, but he would be a welcome addition to any fucking show. But Kenny Omega does not need the WWE. So when the time is right, Omega will walk. He will join WWE, and we can then start talking about Kenny Omega versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania, if it comes down to that. But I would certainly be the first person to say, yes, I am highly interested in seeing that at WrestleMania. Real reason why Paige was not on Raw last week for the go-home show of Survivor Series. Heading into this week's edition, Team Raw only had 4 members of their traditional Survivor Series team. Bayley won the triple threat match last week between herself, Mickie James, and Botch. So it was Alicia Fox, Sasha Banks, Nia Jax, Asuka, and Bayley against SmackDown Live. Unfortunately, there were a lot of fans disappointed that Paige did not return. It's now being reported that WWE officials were on the fence between Bayley and Paige for the final spot. Bayley was chosen, but there are a couple of specific reasons why that happened. WWE officials may not want to bring Paige back to television until after the pay-per-view. This is because Asuka was the one who was always going to be expected to have a major showing at Survivor Series, and they didn't want to have a re-debuting Paige be in the middle of that. It wouldn't have looked good. And I don't blame them. They made the right decision on that one. There's another rumor going around that Paige has heat. Recently, Paige has been more active on social media and has openly been teasing her upcoming return to WWE. It's been said that the powers that be were not happy about Paige posting a picture of Alicia Fox on Instagram because it got too much attention. Now, I'm hearing the picture with Alicia Fox on Instagram was not done backstage at Raw last week, that it was done actually a little less than a week before Monday Night Raw on the go-home show. So that had nothing to do with it. There is speculation that is the reason why WWE officials chose Bayley over Paige for Survivor Series, but that likely will not be confirmed at this point. So the only thing we have to go on is that WWE actually grew a brain and realized that the Women's Survivor Series match was always going to be about Asuka. Maybe we should get Asuka over first before we put Paige in something like that. You know, there were rumors around the internet saying that Paige was going to replace Nattie, or Nikki Bella was going to replace Nattie. Nattie might not even be on the show at all. Why would you want to do that to Nattie? She was women's champion for how many months? 3 months? 4 months? Probably less than that. So she lost the title to Charlotte. Then you're not going to feature her on the card at all? That would have been a slap in the face to Nattie and the hard work she's done to put in to get that championship. To have her not even on the show for a returning Paige or a Nikki Bella. Not good, man. Not a good look. So Paige being off the Survivor Series team, actually looking back on it now, made a lot of sense the way that it ended. Because we've seen Asuka stand tall as the sole survivor for Team Raw. Now, we don't know where Paige is going. There were rumors going around as well. There were a lot of rumors going around this weekend that Carmella might cash in. There was a big rumor going around that Carmella might cash in on Alexa Bliss and become the Raw Women's Champion and move over to Raw. That way Paige can make her way over to SmackDown. There's still a possibility of Paige can... there's still a possibility that Paige can be headed to SmackDown Live. The WWE Universe will be watching to see where she ends up. But the former NXT Women's Champion is more likely to return after the Survivor Series, clearly. And she will be receiving a significant push on either Raw or SmackDown. Nowhere else for her to go. I would rather her be on SmackDown than Raw, but she probably will end up on Raw. WWE fans just need to be a little bit more patient, a little while longer, so Paige can make her return at the proper time. I'm recording this before Raw actually goes on at 8 p.m. on the USA Network. For all we know, she could be fucking showing up tonight on Monday Night Raw. And then this video will hit your sub boxes on Tuesday at 11 a.m. And Paige might have already made her re-debut on Monday Night Raw. We don't fucking know. We don't know. But that's the reason why Paige was not on WWE Raw this past week for the go-home show. So that's that. I don't think she really factored into the plans at all, and it's smart on WWE to really just focus on Asuka right now. You brought up Asuka. Focus your attention on Asuka. Get things right with her. Everything else after that will fall into place. Simple as that. But that's all I got, man. That's all I got for this week's Off the Script. And I will see you guys right back here on Friday for more news and rumors. Hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. If I do not see you, just to let you guys know what is going on. Wednesday, I will not be doing NXT on Twitch. I might not even be watching NXT. So make sure you guys are aware of that. I will try and get as much content out as I can for you guys on Monday and Tuesday. If there's any breaking news besides this video, you might get an extra on Wednesday just to compensate for the lack of NXT. I know Pete Dunne. It's not really. I'm glad that NXT is really not a storyline-driven show. Obviously, I'm going to watch for the Pete Dunne-Johnny Gargano match that was not airing at TakeOver War Games. But as long as there's not any storyline-driven shit, there's no reason for me to do a review anyway. So I won't be streaming on Twitch. That's the thing. But I'm going to try and get as much content out as I can for you guys for the holiday. I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. I will be back on Friday, Black Friday. Hope you guys get your shopping done. Hope you guys enjoy time with your family. This is Off the Script, episode 196, part number 3 on your Tuesday. This is November 21st, 2017. I am JD. We will be back with the social media segments on Friday. We're going to do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because I don't have anything loaded up on my computer screen right now. And we'll do the social media segments on Friday's show. I'll remind you guys on Twitter. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Hit that subscribe button down below. And make sure you turn on that bell for all notifications. And please check out the Survivor Series review, the NXT War Games review. Make sure you guys check out Off the Script parts 1 and 2 this past weekend. Check out the Off the Script extra where we talk about James Ellsworth and the release of James Ellsworth. All that, plus so much more on the channel, so you guys got plenty of content to keep you busy. I'm JD. I'll see you guys for SmackDown Live tonight. We got to sweat it out one more time. AJ Styles versus
The make-believe Maharaja
tonight on SmackDown Live. I'll see you guys tonight for SmackDown. Have a great Tuesday, and I'll talk to you guys later.